AI, um, even agentic AI, where organizations are now using AI as agents to handle, customer grievances and issues, and then generative AI, both being used in the social media space and then also in the corporate world. And then we can also, beyond AI, look at things like cloud computing and the role cloud computing has played in sharing data and also, a large data analytics and the rest. And then getting to the end of the year, we saw the introduction of devices such as the iPhone 17. Very high camera quality, high tech device. Then also Samsung introduced the Samsung Z Fold, different versions of it. And then we could talk about the Pro XL, which has very advanced AI features. So, then social media, how people have used, TikTok, Instagram, we look at blogging, vlogging, bloggers, people making so much money on the internet
Yeah.
and how people are using the internet to become more efficient with regards to their business, marketing, selling products, and getting customers. People are selling life on TikTok and the rest. And so 2025 has introduced, we've seen a lot of positivity regards to, tech trends and like I said, AI taking center stage.
Right.
It has also come with a lot of challenges, and I believe as we talk,
As
we
we
go
go
into
on,
that.
yes, we'll touch on that as well. But do I have someone with me now?
Honey,
Yes.
yes, I'm back
Yeah.
online.
Yeah. Someone. So, sorry, you went off for a few minutes. Well, let's talk about like the man was saying. He's mentioned quite a number of things. Are there any other things you'd want to add to that?
Yes, Ni, certainly. And thank you, Emmanuel, for leading the way with AI. I think I was putting my thoughts together to understand some of the biggest trends in AI in technology in Ghana. And one big statement I like to make is 2025 is the year every organization became a tech organization in Ghana.
Why do you say that?
Um, if you look at the past, if you look at the trends, um, basically tech is driving the way we do business in Ghana significantly. For example, um, almost most organizations in the past, only the big organizations were doing technology or were investing in technology. But today, you have even the mobile money vendor sitting in the village. It's being a tech organization. Tech is driving business everywhere from the watch seller. I still buy my watch with Momo nowadays to every payment you do in Ghana, to most payments basically. So 2025 is the year that basically we use tech to drive every sector of our business in Ghana. And to me, that's a major impact in
All
Ghana.
right. I see. Now, you both of you have mentioned AI in your submissions. Let's look at exactly how AI tools actually change the way we work, the way we learn, and even business practices this year. If you can take us through that, Samuel, I'll start with you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. So significantly, AI has impacted the way we do businesses. When you look at every aspect of our lives, I can start with, for example, with education units. Many years ago, things that would take us hours to prepare, you find people spending a few minutes to just draft outline of productions and presentations. I'm sure even in the radio sector, in the discussions we are having, almost all of us use AI in our preparation. So AI has trickled down and become mainstream. We found beautiful multiple use cases for AI in our workplaces, on radio, on TV, and it's about time we go deeper into it to create businesses, draw our business plans for the year, and plan everything from basically our lifestyles to our business aspects. So AI has significantly impacted us.
All right. Emmanuel, is there anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, so just building upon what Samuel touched on, like he said, AI has affected almost every area of our work, whether it's e-commerce, okay, whether it is, we talk about the health sector, we talk about accounting, we talk about even the entertainment industry. AI is everywhere. Now, even people are being accused of writing AI lyrics. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I know musicians out there will not deny the fact that probably AI is helping them to become more poetic or more, intelligent in how you put together your lyrics and the rest. Now, when you look at, for example, like I said, the increase in the rise of tech jobs, like we are looking at people who are working remotely and using AI. Organizations are using AI tools like chatbots and the rest to handle customer grievances and the rest. So now, one of the things it has introduced is that it has helped organizations to become more efficient and dynamic. Okay,
Yeah.
so time that maybe people would have spent on doing some type of work or even detailed research. I'm a researcher. Okay, for example, and I can tell how my work as a researcher has improved with AI. Before, you have to do so much work regards to, gathering information and then trying to, get your paragraphs, summaries, and everything look very good. But now, once you have that idea, you put together something and you get assistance of AI, it helps you to improve upon it and gather enough information that makes your research work very easy. And so AI has played a major role, and I think that looking at the future, that is what we are going to see more. Like I always say, everything good comes with its own challenges. And as time goes on, I believe we'll also discuss some of the challenges that has introduced.
Absolutely. From what you're saying, it's clear that AI has actually helped in several aspects. From what both of you are saying, in several aspects of our lives. I want to know which of the digital innovations specifically had the most impact from where you guys sit on productivity the whole of this year, and why that happened. I don't know if you would want to take that, Emmanuel.
Okay, so like I said, I mentioned a few. For example, I spoke about generative AI, okay, and how people are using it in regards to even in data analytics, and then also its connection with the Internet of Things. I spoke about things like cloud computing, how people are sharing large data across, and globally, and how it has helped with how we handle our work and how we become more efficient. I spoke about things like even agentic AI, okay, like AI acting as agents and solving very complex, jobs schedules. So, innovation in AI has really affected a lot of organization operations, and some of these tools like Gemini AI, okay, 1.5 Pro, very advanced humanized features, able to handle very complex data, and you're able to make sense out of it.
Yeah.
These trends have really impacted the way we do our work. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, let's not forget social media as well. Which platforms or features actually really changed how people connected this year? Samuel.
Heidi, yeah, thank you for the question. So, just to add, Emmanuel, one of the areas that I find, I hope you mentioned social media. One of the areas that has significantly impacted us in Ghana, specifically social media. I wouldn't necessarily single out one, but I would say like WhatsApp, Instagram. It's amazing how it has transformed. This morning, for example, many years ago, we used to look up to big men in society.
Yeah.
We could say, okay, this is the guy really I want to be like. You'd be surprised to know that like in this generation, basically it's the social media influencers that they look up to, no longer the things that we know 10 years ago. So over the past year, social media has become like mainstream part of us. It has developed its own niche among the youth. The interesting part is that we have significant internet penetration in Ghana. I think about 70% penetration. And out of this 70%, almost 90% of them are the youth. So basically, social media has created a different world where people are buying, trading, selling, doing business. Let me give you one very interesting scenario. When I was growing up, one of my favorite musicians was Daddy Lumba. We
Okay.
loved his songs because sing his lyrics back to back. Um, Unfortunately, he passed away, but he couldn't connect to users like the way the Shatta Wallace and other people are doing at this age. You could go on to Twitter Live, you could go on a session online and connect directly to your musician.
True.
This was something that was not happening a few years back. So now you have direct access to your musician, you're listening to him speak to you directly. If you're lucky, he can answer you no matter where you are in the world. So social media has really created a niche that is growing, and it's something we need to watch out for. Either you're making money from it, or your money is being made out of you, or basically you're spending time there the right way, or you're just wasting time scrolling.
Yeah.
It's good that once we've developed this social media thing in the 2025, we also moderate how we use it and make it beneficial to us. Thank you, Nick.
All right. Okay. I mean, I like the points that you make because there's a way they put it that is either you are consuming or you are being consumed, you know. So on social media, so whatever you're doing, you have to look at it into two ways. Whether you are being consumed, in essence, whether you are putting out things there that people would be interested in, or you are consuming what other people are putting out there, and you need to take that decision very well. But I mean, of course, we've talked about technology being a game changer for us in this country this particular year, but it has also brought some challenges. And like we're talking about social media, the increased screen time, which is a major one. We can talk about social media pressure, the constant notifications, and all of that. We want to talk about how they have affected us. In your view, maybe first of all, how did social media improve our connections this year compared to previous years, and where did we fall short? Samuel?
Significantly, social media improved our connectivity. If you look at the way we do business, if you look at the way we interact, for example, I'm somewhere driving towards the Volta region and we are having this conversation. So it makes it, I just have to park by the roadside for safety. But basically, it has improved the way we do business, interact significantly. Now you have direct connecting and access to our leaders, to members in society. When you look at it from the school perspective, now classrooms, lessons are being had on social media. If you go to the office workspace, almost everywhere there's a WhatsApp group now for you to belong to that group. So from the workplace to school to church, there's a WhatsApp group somewhere, and that helps us get direct connectivity to almost everything. So basically, everyone is just a step away or a platform away. It has significantly transformed how we do business, but that also comes with its own risks. So, for example, a few years back, I can close from work and go home. But today, on my work platform, once a question is posed on my work platform at 10 p.m., I'm forced to answer. Technically, I'm working from home once I start answering and solving issues on the work platform. So it has also given us some challenges that we need to be careful of in 2026.
Emmanuel, do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, like you rightly said, if you look at social media and how people are connected and via social media, it's amazing. So now, for many conferences I attended in 2025, one of the usual trend was you always hear of virtual audience. Okay, so for example, I partook in an international conference for AIDS and HIV, and one of the central themes was how social media was even being used within the health sector, within the community health sector, you know, to reach out to clients and the rest. And then throughout the conference, okay, there's that point I want to make. Throughout the conference, there were virtual audiences who were connected all over the world.
Wow. So
an event is happening in Accra International Conference, but you have people even presenting, via these social media platforms. And so it's like now, distance is not a barrier, like they say.
Yeah.
No matter where you are in the world, you are able to participate in discussions, and there's this, online digital, community that's been created, even for many professional groups, okay? So you have people who are part of different professional groups. Gone were the days where you have to travel to the UK or to US I mean, just to renew on licensing or to interact or connect with people. Now, because of, I mean, these social media platforms. Now, and then you can see how it's being used, I mean, regards to marketing. I touched on that. Like people selling live online.
Yeah.
And it will amaze you how much sales they are able to make when people, and it's very interactive. People ask questions and it's amazing. Even within the religious space. Look, now, if you start a church and you are not online, it's like it doesn't matter how powerful you are, how gifted you are, nobody will know you. So we see, I mean, communities like Alpha Hour and numbers that people connect and are able to join. I mean, NSPPD and the rest, and how it has even affected our faith and our culture and how we do things. Look at what is currently happening now, 30 December. It's all social media trends. Okay?
Yeah.
People hyping souls on social media. Ghana, in a way, has become a destination where people travel to have fun and to enjoy Christmas and the rest. And all of this, because information travels very fast on social media.
True.
And we saw it affected even the 2024 elections, how political parties use social media to pull in a lot of youth. Now, it's difficult to lie as a politician because somebody has videoed you somewhere, an interview you did somewhere in the station, and what you said is there. And so anybody at all, any blogger at all, once I have my tripod stand, I have internet, that's it. I have audience, and I can say whatever I want to say.
Yeah.
So it has made, I mean, the right for people to communicate their views and, I mean, do advocacy very stronger. But like I said, it comes with a lot of menace. So we saw what happened with somebody like Ebo Noah, okay? And the trend he was able to create, it was going to rain in 2025 on the 25th of December and all those things. And the fear and panic. So all these things, we have to find a way to regulate and then also handle its association with mental health. I think there's just a few I'll just mention.
So exactly. I'm glad you mentioned mental health because, like, in as much as we're talking about all the good things that has gone on in terms of social media and how we've been able to connect and all of that, like I said, one of the issues or one of the big challenges is screen time. People spend too much time. People spend their life literally on social media and all of that. How does that affect mental health and well-being, Emmanuel?
Yeah. So, I mean, mental health related issues that are connected to how people, I mean, misuse social media has become a major theme in global public health, okay, and a major issue. Now, even when you look at children, especially children who spend a lot of time on their tablets, on the phones of their parents, it really affects how they're able to, I mean, control and regulate themselves socially. So such kids are always very timid, extremely anxious, or very impatient because research has shown that the more they become addicted to these, I mean, screens, and they spend a lot of time on screens, they struggle to relate with people on a very natural and normal level, okay?
Yeah.
So once they are not having their phone, this anxiety, this panic behavior really sets in. I think that people must begin to set boundaries, okay? We need to do like a digital detox on our phones and have like become very disciplined. And so one of the things, for example, I'll recommend is we need to have digital or social media free zones. For example, you should tell yourself that when I'm going to bed at night, okay, I'm not going with my phone. I'm going to turn my phone off so that 8 hours that I have to sleep is a social media free zone. My bedroom is a social media free zone because you see, these things are psychological. Once you lie down and you have your phone in your arms, the next thing you are doing is that you are scrolling, and you keep scrolling and scrolling till you fall asleep. There are people who have very bad sleep posture because they sleep holding their phone and these radiations that come with it. And then also you look at, even regards to mental health, that people practice what we call comparison on social media. So the pressure it comes with, okay? You see how people are living their life, whether they are faking it or is their real life, you can't tell. But all these things has a way of building up anxiety and pressure, mental disorder in you, and put you in a state where you're also fighting to belong and to flow with the trends. You want to get the latest iPhone, you want to wear the latest shoe, you want to be in the latest event, and all this introduces mental pressure. And so I think that it's something that we need to check, and we have to be very deliberate about and handle it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Samuel, is there anything you want to add to what he said?
Yes, Emmanuel mentioned a lot, and I'm happy he touched on the right key points. Just to highlight a few. One of the things we've noticed this past year is the amount of screen time we all spend together. I mean, I'm sure we are all culprits of this. And there is this one funny point I would like to mention. For example, we all spend so much time that the screen follows us everywhere we go. In my reflections for 2026, one of the things I would like to share with the youth and Ghanaians is, just as the Bible says, observe the Sabbath and keep it holy, pick a day and disconnect. It could be the first few hours of a Saturday.
Right.
Just say, for this first few hours, let me connect the world to the world in a direct way instead of using social media. Avoid screen time. It could be from, let's say, Saturday in the morning till midday. We need to find ways to disconnect. These days, the screen follows us into the bathrooms, into our meeting rooms, into literally everywhere, and we don't find ways of disconnecting. And this is really affecting us mentally and how we connect to each other. Like Emmanuel also mentioned, social media validation is a big thing for the youth these days. So basically, they look up to being accepted by their peers on how they appear on social media. So you find a lot of the youth living lives that basically it's a fake life, just trying to impress. So everything they do, they have to share online for validation.
Yeah.
And I mean, we are corporates of the Snapchats, the streaks, the Facebook posts, the WhatsApp posts. It's a way we need to really regulate it. If you look back, 10 years ago, Ghana had just about 25% internet penetration. Today, 75%, meaning that more people are online. You can connect to more. But once you have such a privilege, it's good we also put in some moderation. And it's something that we all need to learn, basically practice it as well.
Right. Now talking about actually sharing everything on social media, what are the threats? I mean, or how harmful is that particular social media habit?
It has its side effects, which are for things like it leads to low self-esteem. Basically, once you share everything, it means that you're looking. I'm not saying you're looking, but technically, some do that for social validation. Some do that for social validation, and once they don't get that, they develop low self-esteem. We found out that the youth today, for example, if you ask them to stay off social media, there's a recent study that shows that when you ask a youth to stay off social media for a period, or they're not accepted by their peers on social media, they tend to be suicidal. And it's that deep. We need to find a way of helping people disconnect as well.
Okay, right. So also, let's look at how I'm looking at our time. We're almost at the end of our conversation this morning, but we still have quite a number of things to touch on anyway. But so let's look at how can an individual tell the difference between useful digital tools and digital distractions? How can they strike that difference? Emmanuel.
All right. So that's a very important question. And I think that it all starts with knowing why you want to engage or involve yourself in a particular digital device or tool. Okay. Now, if you do not appreciate the purpose or you don't have a deliberate intention for using a device, it tends to be distractive. All right. So, for example, even if it is social media, you must become aware and you must have a deliberate reason why you want to engage yourself in a social media tool. If it is TikTok, what type of videos are you watching? You know, we must not make it look like it is just very bad content that we always see. They are very educative materials, very useful materials that you can involve yourself with that will benefit you a lot. So be intentional. And you see, these apps, these devices have been designed to be very addictive, very addictive. And so the algorithms will keep bringing feed that you are interested in. So once the first thing, when you take your phone, okay, the first thing you should ask yourself is that, what exactly am I going to use the phone for? What device am I going to open? And what exactly am I going to do there? When you start watching a funny video and you are not disciplined, you see yourself for the next 30 to 45 minutes watching different versions of this same video.
True.
And that is 45 minutes of productive time wasted. You understand?
Yeah.
And the next aspect is, because I don't want to only dwell on social media. We spoke about AI tools and AI devices. They are very innovative tools that help with our work.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, many people are abusing the use of AI. Why? Because they are not skilled and educated. I would advise that anytime you want to adapt or you want to use or want to introduce any digital device, any tech tool in your life or how you do your work, please learn about them. Make time and become skilled and see how efficient those tools can be used to solve even everyday life challenges. Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right. That's fine. Samuel, do you have anything to say to that?
Yes, Nate. So, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So it's quite important that we focus on the right things that will give us the right results. It's good not to just spend time online scrolling. The ultimate resource that we all have in this world is time. So whatever you give your time to is what you become in future. For example, if you spend time on the right productive things, you basically be better in future. Unfortunately, the social media of today is very difficult to distinguish. But when you spend time and you understand the right skills and values, basically after spending so much time online, and you realize that, okay, what I've learned, is it a positive impact or a negative impact? How do I make money from this? How do I improve myself? What skills have I gained? You always need to ask yourself at the end of the day. And once you learn the right things on the social media, you're able to filter the right things. You become much productive and a better person.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So let's touch on some of the lessons that we learned this year. I mean, of course, every year teaches us something about how we interact with technology, and so we want to look at that. What are some of the key lessons that we learned about using social media responsibly? Samuel. Hello, Samuel.
Heini, I dropped off momentarily.
Sorry. So I was asking that what are some of the key lessons that we learned or we've learned this year about using social media responsibly?
Oh, thank you, Nick. So significantly, basically, we've seen the trends in social media this year. It's been good, largely, a lot. I mean, I myself, I'm trying to see how I can, for example, make more money off social media, sell better, reach out to more people. So there's been significant amount of good trends happening on social media. And it's something that is good, and we need to take advantage of it the right way. From interacting with friends, doing business online, and then promoting our activities. I think it's been a positive impact. Thank you.
Okay. Emmanuel, is there anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, and I'll say that we can see its positive impact from the rise of content creators and how now people are paying attention to things like digital marketing. I mean, social media related PR, where people are engaging a lot of content creators to market their products and to help customers to get to know about them more and connect with them more. And so these are things that has come to stay, and these things were highlighted greatly throughout 2025. The other side of it is like the negativity. So that's why I really appreciate the use of the word responsible, So as we are in the social media generation, and it's a trend that has come to stay. We have to become more mindful of policies and regulations to mitigate the harmful, nature of how some of the things can turn out. And then I also want to touch about briefly on what I call, social media bullying, where people are victimized. You
Right.
asked the question on how the impact on how people put their stuff on social media, gives you, it exposes you to all sorts of bullying. So people personalities are attacked and the rest. And these things are very serious that we need to check. And so generally, it has helped throughout 2025 on almost every aspect of our engagement as humans. And I believe that we must sustain the positive aspect of it and see how we regulate and control the negative part of it.
Sure, right. Okay, let's end on a practical note. Now, we want our listeners to lead this conversation with some actionable steps that they can implement immediately. Which apps, tools, or platforms do you recommend for productivity and well-being in 2026? Are there any you may want to recommend, Emmanuel?
Yeah, so definitely, look, you cannot be in the world today and not be interested in AI. Things like ChatGPT, Gemini, there are a lot of tools, DeepSeek, and the rest. And also, digital platforms that brings teams together for communication, for project management. There's what we call the team up calendar, the team viewer. So many out there that organizations can tap into to help with their work and communication. Even LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an amazing tool. Every professional should be on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm not really engaged. I think that one of the things that I have to do going forward 2026 is to be more visible on LinkedIn. But I've had a lot of opportunities on LinkedIn, people who connect with me and a lot of engagements that are work related. And so, we can talk about Twitter. There's the negative side, but access to information, global trends regarding politics, finance, and the rest. Okay. Now, we are even looking at online currencies, okay, like crypto, where people have said is the currency for the future. If you're a young person, look, be interested, find out what is this cryptocurrency all about. All right, people are talking about first trading. So there's so much within the tech space that is defining how we live our life, how we transact business. And I believe that that's the future. And so going forward, we must all become interested and we must all try to become educated in these things. Okay.
All right. Okay. So let me end with you, Samuel, then, because of our time. Maybe finally, what is one simple change everyone can implement immediately to upgrade their digital life in 2026? Samuel.
Thank you, Neil. So, one very important, Emmanuel mentioned a hint. One important change I would recommend everybody is see how well you can utilize AI to enhance whatever activity you're performing. So, for example, if you're reaching out to people, learning online, doing business, try to incorporate as much of AI as you can in a positive way to impact your work in 2026. Technology is here. Um, whether we like it or not, it's here with us, and we need to take advantage of it and use it to the max. And one of the best practical ways is to take advantage of the AI to apply everywhere in every aspect of our lives and the things we do, from the home to the workplace to the social lives. And that will significantly improve our work-life balance in 2026.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. I don't know if, Emmanuel, is there anything you want to say before we go? Or we are good? All right. I think I lost Emmanuel there. But gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Samuel, I'm really grateful that you joined me this morning.
It's a pleasure, me, always.
All right.
Thank you.
Please do enjoy the rest of your day, and I wish you a prosperous new year in advance.
Happy New Year to you too. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Bye.
Emmanuel, I lost you, right? Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for also joining this conversation and sharing your insights with us. Happy New Year in advance to you too.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
All right, great. Hopefully, we can have some more conversations next year, God willing. All right. So, yes, thank you very much. So that's how we wrap up today. I think it's been a good conversation talking about some of the things that have happened. But major highlights has got to do with how we actually handle social media. Social media use generally. So make sure that you do better this year. Make sure you prioritize what you must prioritize, and make sure you avoid the distractions. Those are the words of Samuel Ketri and also Emmanuel Yate. These are the two individuals who joined me. Samuel Ketri is an IT consultant, and Mr. Emmanuel Yate also is a digital innovation analyst. These are the two gentlemen that joined me for our conversation this morning. I hope that you had a good one. Please, that's how we wrap up. Keep listening to Z101.9 FM. Up next is The Brighter Side with Jeremy Okorie Amwako. My name is Nicho Ebi Hammond, and I wish you a happy new year in advance. Bye-bye.